Good Friday afternoon. I'm KHU11 Meteorologist Chris Ramirez. We are off to a humid and hot day. We do have some cloud cover, but the sun, the humidity is just making it feel all the more miserable as we head into those afternoon hours. Here's a live look right now, looking over downtown, seeing cloudy skies. You might even see a shower or two as we progress through the afternoon. 92 degrees, sunset at 8:25 this evening. We are expecting it to be the longest day of the year. It's summer solstice. Today is the first official day of summer, and that is when we get 14 hours of sunlight for today. From this point forward, we're going to see those days become a bit longer as we head closer towards the fall and winter seasons. And so Earth's northern hemisphere is tilting towards the sun, and that's giving us a bit more daylight, and that's the highest position the sun will be in the sky for today. So sunrise was at 6:20, sunset is going to be at 8:24 this evening. So you have some time, a little bit extra time to do those outdoor activities, as we are expecting it to be just the longest day of the year. And summer officially starts today. So pay attention to those temperatures. We're going to be in the low 90s. Bush Airport 92, 91 in Spring as we go through this afternoon, 88 in Wharton, 88 in College Station, just after the noon hour. Dew points are in the 70s. It is quite humid and muggy outside. We are expecting this humidity, the atmospheric moisture, just to really not go away anytime soon. And so just keep an eye on those feels like temps or the heat index for this afternoon, because it's going to feel as hot as 101 to 102. And that ultimately is could cause some health hazards for us when it comes to heat health safety. So stay hydrated, wear that light colored clothing, stay hydrated with the water, and look before you lock in. Practice those heat safety measures. And even if you are in a swimming pool, tomorrow is going to be the similar situation. Highs in the 90s, but we're going to see those heat indices in the hundreds for tomorrow afternoon. So it's just an important reminder. Remember to wear sunscreen, find shade, stay hydrated as we go through this afternoon. But as far as radar is concerned, we are seeing a little bit of some showers that are moving through our area, and some of us are getting this stray shower activity, and that's going to be the case at least through the afternoon. So just keep that in mind, that we are expecting that to continue at least through today, but not really expecting much in the terms of a widespread rain chance for this weekend. It's just going to be sunny for the most part, but then the chance for those afternoon daily showers are going to be in the picture through the afternoon hours. So 89 degrees, southeast winds at 11 miles an hour. We are expecting the dew point to be in the 80s. Feels like temps getting up to 108 to 110 degrees for our areas along the coast. If you're heading out to Galveston, we're seeing some breezy conditions, so we're going to have to pay attention to how rough it is out on the coastal areas and along with the Gulf-facing beaches, because we could see an elevated rip current risk going into today and into the weekend. So high temps, even though they're going to be a bit cooler, upper 80s, low 90s across our coastal areas, that is ultimately just going to really not matter, because we have the humidity that's just going to be in full force across the area as we go through the next couple of afternoons. So looking at our weekend forecast, 95 for a high on Saturday, partly cloudy skies for Sunday, and so we're just going to keep that slight rain chance in the picture through the weekend. But as we look at the weather setup, we have a high pressure system that's currently situated across the northeast. They're going to have a heat wave out in New York City, Washington, Chicago, St. Louis. It's actually going to be hotter in that region than it is going to be hotter here in Houston as we head into the next 2 to 3 days. And so even though that high is situated off towards the northeast, that's going to open up the door for a few disturbances to make their way into southeast Texas. And so just keep an eye on those disturbances for next week, and that's going to up our rain chance heading into Monday and Tuesday of next week. And so these disturbances, that energy, that atmospheric energy, is going to be moving into the Houston area and ultimately fuel that storm activity as we go through next week. So rain chances ultimately ramping up once again for next week. We've had a pretty rainy June, and just keep in mind that we're still expecting these rain chances to linger at least through the weekend and into the start of next week. We are expecting isolated showers for the weekend, but then just expect that rain chance to become a bit more widespread for Sunday and into Monday. And then going into Tuesday, we will see maybe some more of those scattered downpours in the afternoon hours. It's the daytime heating that usually likes to fuel that storm activity, and that's what we see usually during the summertime months, especially especially for the months of June. And so as we look at the next few days, we are expecting it to be mostly quiet this weekend, but then we will expect to see more of a scattered rain chance for next week. So we have some Saharan dust currently that's moving into the Houston area and across southeast Texas. If you're driving along our area freeways and you're going over those overpasses, you probably see how hazy it is outside. That's the reason why we have another plume of that dust now situated over Texas, and that is a good thing for us because it really does just prevent those tropical systems from forming, and it's keeping the Atlantic basin mostly quiet, and that's what we like to see, especially as we are still in hurricane season. And so we were tracking Tropical Storm Eric. That has now situated into a remnant low. That's not going to pose a threat anymore to Mexico, but there's an area behind it that has a 30% chance of development. But the Pacific Ocean, those storms really don't affect us currently right now. It's actually sending a lot of wind shear over the Gulf. And when it comes to wind shear is higher level winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And that really does a good job at just preventing tropical storm or hurricane formation. And so when it comes to the rainfall outlook, the Climate Prediction Center calling for rain chances to be about normal. We're still in the deficit when it comes to our yearly rainfall totals here across the Houston area. But just keep in mind that for the next 10 days, we are expecting those conditions to remain mostly just hot, sweltering, humidity not really going away anytime soon. We only are going to see cooler temperatures heading into next week because we do have a significant rain chance for next week. And so just keep that in mind if you are out and about. So as we look at our 7-day forecast, expect those conditions to remain mostly just rainy as we head into Saturday and Sunday. So Monday, 50% chance of showers and storms. Tuesday, getting up to 92, overnight lows in the 70s. We're expecting it to become more scattered for next week, but we are expecting those conditions to remain just sweltering and muggy heading into the next few days. So just keep that in mind for today. So just always an important reminder to exercise those heat safety measures and definitely pay attention to those rain chances because sometimes our roadways could become a bit more wet and more hazardous as we head into next week. And as always, we are tracking the latest weather forecast as well as we are keeping a close eye on the tropics, and you can get all of that information on KHOU.com, and you can get access to these extended live streams on the KHOU 11 app. Again, I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez. Have a good rest of your day.